We just finished installing this white vinyl privacy fence, and I wanted to show you exactly how it looks, the pros, the cost, and why homeowners are choosing this style. So behind me is our solid privacy white vinyl fence. Now this style offers full privacy because it consists of tongue and groove boards that interlock. Now these are tongue and groove boards, so the boards interlock nicely. That provides that full privacy. There are no gaps in this fence. The fence behind me is a full 6 foot high. This is standard for residential properties, and it offers that nice full privacy like I said before. Now we're going to get into the burning question that many of you homeowners have. How much is this fence going to cost? I'm going to assume for the purposes of this video a minimum length of about 80 feet because that'll give you the most accurate price per foot. Now just keep in mind, if you're doing a little bit less than 80 feet, it might cost a little bit more per foot, and if you're doing more than 80 feet, it might cost a little bit less. But the numbers that I give you in this video per foot will get you in the right ballpark. And of course, if you want an exact quote for your property, just text or call me. This is my direct line. I'll be the one answering the phone, and I'd be happy to help you. So a fence like this installed is going to cost you about $37 per foot, and that's installed price, includes material and labor. For every gate that you add to the property, you're going to add $450 to the cost. That'll include the gates and the hardware. A double drive gate is going to be about $1,100 additional. That's if you're doing a full double swing gate to accommodate a 10 to 12 foot wide driveway. So vinyl fencing in general is awesome because it's super low maintenance. Once you put it up, you really don't have to think about it again. All of these posts get dug 3 feet deep into the ground, and we surround each one with a substantial amount of concrete. All the vinyl that we use for our fence installations is American made.
When you're using domestically manufactured PVC, you know exactly what's going into the product. With imported materials, that's not always the case. You don't always know the standards or consistency behind it. Domestic products typically have much stricter quality control, which leads to a stronger, more reliable fence. In my experience, companies that import vinyl often do so for one primary reason: cost. It's cheaper up front, but that usually comes at the expense of long-term quality. At the end of the day, that can mean more money saved for the company, but a lower quality product installed in your yard. The vinyl we use here is high quality, durable, and built to last. We've been a family-owned business since 1947, and we take pride in doing things the right way. We'd rather install a fence that stands the test of time than cut corners with something cheap.
So now I will take you through a quick installation overview.
Now we are setting our string line going down the side of the property. This will ensure that all of our posts are in a direct line. We want the fence to be straight along the property line.
Now we're beginning our first section of the privacy fence. So you see we put our bottom rail into the post that we have secured here, and now we put our next line post in the hole that we already dug. All right, now we're gonna put the top rail in the post we have secured here in the corner, and we're just gonna lightly put it in the line post there. Now as you'll see, the rails make up the structure of the section. They run horizontally on the bottom and on the top. But you'll see this fence is wide open. I could just put my arms through it and breaststroke through the fence. We don't want that. The interior is going to be made up of the boards, and they're gonna give you that privacy. So now for the first and the last board, we're gonna put a side channel on the picket. That just provides a nice flush transition between the board and the post. Now we're on the last board, so we're gonna put this side channel on like we showed before. Again, just a nice flush transition between the board and the post here. So we're just gonna put it on in there, and then we'll have to get the top rail into that line post. Now we're gonna go ahead and secure this post. We're first going to surround the post with dirt. Then we're going to hold the post plumb and tamp that dirt nice and compact. So that way we can then surround it with a substantial amount of concrete. Then once that concrete dries, the post will be set correctly and plumb. Then after the concrete, we're going to put on a thin layer of dirt. That way when the customer plants grass, it'll grow all the way around the post. And even if the customer doesn't plant grass, you don't want to see concrete footings around each post. It doesn't look nice and residential. So you want to cover up that concrete with a thin layer of dirt. Now you see, once you have the layout figured out, your string lines are set, and you have all your parts in order, this fence really goes up nice and smoothly. So ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, if you're interested in having something like this installed at your house, simply text or call me at this number here. Now, if you've liked this video and you want to learn more step-by-step how to install this fence, check out the related video. Here we'll go in depth, everything you need to know if you're looking to tackle an installation just like this. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.